Hey, what's up, everyone? This is the Enlightened One, aka God's Child, aka God's Child. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my page. I'm chilling in the crib in Chicago, Illinois. It's a beautiful day, but it's dark and cloudy, but not better than yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So I want to give shout out to everyone out there who like, who share, who subscribe on my page. Hit that like button, guys, and remember, I don't want your money. All right, so let's get down to it. No. Before we get down to it, shout out to everyone out there on the East Coast, West Coast, New York, New Jersey, the Bronx, Harlem, Philadelphia, Ghana, Scotland, Chicago, New Jersey. I mean, everyone, East Coast, West Coast, worldwide. Everyone out there, you know, nigga, love you. All right, to all my thug chicks and my thug niggas out there, thank you for your support. Man, this page is for you. All right, let's get down to it. Your family could be your worst enemy. You was raised in a nut house. That's the title we're going to call it. Being raised in a nut house. Okay? Some of us was raised by parents, grandparents, or saw mental illness in the family and didn't know it. There are children out there who are my age, 40 and older, who went through some things and like, what the fuck? See, if your parents was born in a year between 1930 1940, chances are they may suffer a mental illness that's undiagnosed, meaning they cray-cray, but they'll know they cray-cray. Have you heard someone in the family, in your family or family member said to you, or you heard, he ain't right in the head? See, that's an old school term they used back in the day. Oh, he ain't right in the head. He ain't right in the head. I'm going to tell you something about not being right in the head. Okay? It starts with the grandparents. Okay? I'm sorry for, sorry y'all, let me see who this is. It starts with the grandparents, okay? And before you marry anybody, ladies and gentlemen, you want to know that person's family background history. Look at me and hear me. Read my lips. You have to know that person's family history and background. You need to know if there's any illness, mental illness. Like, for example, does cancer... I'm sorry, folks. Does cancer run in the family? Does polio run in the family? Does autism? These are the things you need to know, guys. And there's nothing wrong with that. Before you marry somebody, you have to know somebody, okay? While you looking for a husband, looking for a wife, make sure you check out the background. Let's get back to it. It starts with the grandparents. The grandparents start the family tree, which is called a legacy, a family tree. As soon as I start this video, everybody want to fucking... Anyway, let me shut this up. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. This fucking people, man. As soon as I do a video, don't nobody hit me up. Do that happen to y'all? If y'all sitting around doing nothing to your thumbs, as soon as you watch TV, play a video game, or doing something you want to do, the phone blows up. Bling, 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 boom, bling, bling, boom, bling, bling, boom, bling, boom, bling, 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 bling. You get my point. Bling, 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 bling. But now everybody and mama calling you. Everybody want to show you memes and pictures and shit. Anywho, so now it starts with the parents, the grandparents. Before you marry this person, you need to meet the grandparents if they're alive. You need to meet the family because you can tell by child behavior, a 2-year-old, 3-year-old, that know that they crazy. Have you ever seen a little cousin, a little nephew, or a little somebody, and you was like, something wrong with them? So let's back to the grandparents, okay? As you sit there at the dinner table with your fiance, male or female, You monitor that family. Because if grandma crazy, if grandpa crazy, they sitting there, they crazy and shit, popping pills. If they, I bullshit you not, it start with the grandparents and it's passed down. Bipolar is a mental disorder, mood swings, stuff like that, yada, yada, yada. Schizophrenia, man. A lot of kids got their ass beat because the parents was bipolar or schizophrenia. How many of y'all as children got your ass beat over something petty as hell? Raise your hand. Okay. How many of y'all got yelled at excessively over something minor? Raise your hand. Okay. How many of you all who didn't do nothing, absolute nothing, but your parents were mad at somebody else, but they took it out on you as if you did it? Mental illness. So let's go back to the meeting the parents. If the grandparents has a mental problem, your children going to have a mental problem, because chances are the person you're going to marry has a DNA trait in their system, and when they produce a baby, chances are that child going to be nuts. Okay? You can't negotiate with crazy. You can't rationalize with crazy, okay? We are talking about kin folks that's crazy, being raised in a nut house, okay? Guys, doing something repeatedly that's not good for you and expecting a different results is insanity. Let me tell you guys what schizophrenia is, all right? I got my phone right here. You see this? It says schizophrenic. Okay, let me read this real quick. It says, a long-term disorder of a type involving a breakdown of a relation between thoughts, emotions, and behavior. A long-term mental disorder of a type involving a breakdown in a relation between thoughts, emotion, and behavior, leading to a faulty perception, inappropriate actions and feelings, withdrawal from reality and personal relations, into fantasy and delusion. Delusional. Okay? Sometimes parents will go off on a child because they thought the child did something or said something or whatever. Schizophrenic. It could be the mama. It could be the daddy. And chances are we could have a trait of that in us. But guys, please understand this, as if you grew up in a nut house, meaning your father was crazy or your mother was crazy, that shit was passed down for them from your grandparents or their great-grandparents, okay? And it ain't just them that's crazy. The family's dysfunction. The family dysfunction amongst family is mental illness, bipolar, schizophrenic, what's the other one? Depression, all that stuff falls, okay? Because a lot of family members are beefing because what they thought or what they think of what someone said or did, that's schizophrenic. Then you got the family member that's bipolar, who happy 1 minute, mad 1 minute, happy 1 minute, mad. You know, they don't want to deal with that. So the family keep away from it. But I'm going to tell you guys, the reason why the family is dysfunctional, because no one wants to address the mental illness in the family tree. No one asks, is grandma crazy? Is granddad crazy? See, no one want to talk to that. They talk amongst themselves, but nobody want to bring it to the forefront, okay? This is why a lot of family members are broken up, separated. Why? Auntie such and such is bipolar. Uncle Pete is schizophrenic. You go in Uncle Pete's house, he think you stealing. He think you doing this. He's constantly watching you. He make you feel uncomfortable. Cray. You got the uncle that's bipolar. 1 minute he happy. You ask a simple question. Now he ready to fight. Bipolar. So what do? We keep our distance because we don't understand that the family tree have nuts in it. They have nuts. Chances are you or me was raised in a nut house. Okay? So keep that in mind. And your siblings, okay, here's the thing. If it's 5 of y'all, maybe 2 or 3 may be nuts and the other one may be sane. Because sometimes mental illness skips a generation or whatever. Okay? If I have a child, chances are my child might have mental illness or whatever, passed down not through me, but through the family tree. See, there's nuts in my family tree. I'm not ashamed to say it. There are nuts in my family tree. If I shake my family tree right now, nuts will fall off of it. Okay? Not ashamed of that. So, guys, the reason why there's so much dysfunction in our family, why? Family mental illness. And it is an illness that was passed down from your great on down. So keep that in mind. You're not crazy. You see the shit that you see. You know what happened when you grow up. Don't let nobody tell you crazy. No, you show them crazy. Okay? And a lot of these parents out here, and they'll take it to their grave. A lot of these parents out here, they'll never admit that they were wrong. They'll never admit that they need help. They'll never admit, because it's too much pride. They'll go to their grave before they apologize to their children, grandchildren, or for the shit they did. They'll take it to their grave. They'll die first. You'll never get it. And if you do get it, God bless you. Okay? But please understand, the family dysfunction is because of mental illness. If you think I'm lying, go on your phone right now and Google schizophrenic. Schizophrenic. Let me see real quick before we log out. Schizophrenic. Yeah, and it's I'm joking, but it's not a joke, because schizophrenia is something serious, and you have to read up on schizophrenic. Bipolar schizophrenia. Let me see. Let me Google real quick schizophrenic symptoms. Okay. Real quick, y'all. Real quick, because I'm finna wrap it up. My phone is so fucking slow. Let me see. Okay, here he is. All right. Positive symptoms of schizophrenia. It says seeing, hearing, or sight-seeing things that are not there. Okay? Having unusual belief that seems strange. Having unusual belief that seem strange to most people and are obvious false, delusional. Disorganized speech and behavior. Okay, negative symptoms. Being less able to show feelings. Losing an interest in or ability to do tasks or activities. Avoiding family and friends and wanting to be alone. Look at you think I'm not lying, man. Let me read the last one again. It says negative symptoms, okay. Family dysfunction. It says avoiding family and friends and wanting to be alone. Guys, look, schizophrenic. I'm not lying. Schizophrenic. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up. Hook it up. Hook it up. Break it down. Break it down. Break it down. Break it down. This is the Enlightened One, aka God's child. You're not crazy. You're not alone. I'm with you. Peace and love and blessing to each and last one of you out there. Keep in mind, mental illness is what causes family dysfunction. This is the Enlightened One, aka God's child. Thanks for watching. Peace.